Welcome to Energy Scale Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models. We are back with the traffic light project. I had taken a little bit of time off on it because some stuff came up and I had to do some repairs in another project. So I'm back on this here. Let's take a look. This is the new board. We'll touch back between doing it with just straight logic and using the microcontroller. This is the new board. I had the previous AT Tiny 10 or 8, whatever it was, that I couldn't get to flash. So we are going to try this board here. This is a Leonardo. It's called a Beetle. I believe it's the Leonardo board. We'll take a look at the chip that's on it under the microscope here. So this is the chip that's on it. It's an Atmel Mega 32U4. So it has quite a few pins on it. The pins aren't, the pins are labeled down there. You have 3.3 volts ground, serial clock and data, RX, TX. Then you have D11, 10, 9. Not sure what that one. And then you have A0, 1, 2, 3. And then we have over here, we have 5 volts ground. Not sure what that one is. P, I'm not familiar with the P one. Serial clock and M0 and MT. So MT and M0 are new to me. And this PLS, I'm not sure what that is. 2 serial clocks, that's interesting. And I'm assuming there's more data pins than D9, D10, and D11. So, yeah, so I'm not sure about that. There's a lot of pins on here, and there's not a lot of breakout on this board. So we're going to see what we can do. Here's the back of it. We got the crystal. I believe that's a voltage regulator. Yeah, that is. 5-volt voltage regulator. This is from DIY More, DM Micro AU. So we're going to try this and see if we can get it to do some things. We have an input and we have 3 output pins. It's hoping for more output pins. So PLS, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if any of these are pulse width modulation. I'm assuming pin 9 is because that's on a standard Atmel chip, but we can figure this all out. And I'm not sure what the L and the P are on these LEDs. So let's go into the Arduino program here. Move the scope out of the way. Let's go into the Arduino program on this one. So we have this set up here. Let us plug our board in. I'm going to plug it into a USB port here, see what happens. So nothing's coming up on the screen. Okay, so let's go to tools. Let's go to tools board. I believe it's a Leonardo. Oh. Let's just see if we can let's just open up the blink sketch. Let's open up a blink sketch and see if we can not a blink sketch on here. It is my blink. Let's open up my blink. Why did it give me an error? What is all this error code? I don't know what that is. File. Open. my blank file. Samples. Blank. Here it is. It's over here. That's why. Okay, so let's get this up here. So this is the blink. Let's see what happens when we try to upload that to the board. If that does anything. See if it gives us an error. Okay, so it said that did something. So it said it did it. So let's just unplug this board. Now let's get some power to it. Get some power to this board here with my USB power adapter. So turn on the meter. Just going to put in 5 volts to the meter here. Okay. Oh, now it just gave me an error. What? So what? Let's try that again. I thought it was done uploading. See, it says cannot find board on selected port. Let's just check the port here. Tools port. There we go. Let's try that. Done uploading. So it's done now. So it's done uploading. Now let's come over here to our power supply. I'm not going to put the power supply on the screen for this. Just know it's 5 volts. So I'm turning on channel 2 at 5 volts. Turns on my little meter here. We're going to plug in our unit. Our unit is on. 100% battery life. I'm not getting any output on the USB port at all. Just strange. There should be a 5 volt out on here. So this board doesn't even want to power up on 5 volts. So that's interesting. Let's do some testing on this. Let's plug this in to our power supply here. And let's see if we have 5 volts on the 5 volt and ground pin. So I see ground is the second one over. 5 volts is this pin. So if I touch this pin here, touch this pin here, this pin here, I have no 5 volts coming out. Touch this ground, nothing, 3.3 volts. So up here, am I getting 5 volts out on this unit? It appears not. All right. Let's try it now. appears I'm not even getting 5 volts out of this. This USB port here. Okay, now we're going to diagnose why this is not giving me a voltage out. So I have not even 5 volts going in. What? What is going on here? I'm not getting a reading. There we go. Now we got 5 volts. So do we have 5 volts out of this unit now? I should be getting 5 volts. Now, I should be getting 5 volts on this this connector. That is strange. This is a strange one. All right, so if we come in here and we check, no, 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 no. Okay, this got me wondering why this won't work. What is the drop across the coil? Measure that. Oh, well, let me measure that. It's on. Okay, let's check the drop across this LED. And it's dropping 3 volts across the backlight display. So we're getting power moving through the circuit, but why are we not getting an output on the USB ports? Something is locking them out. I have a wonder if it's because it's set to 5 volts. Let's go over here. To let's go to 4.2 volts and check to see what the output is on this pin here. anything on the pins of this. Is it still on? Yep, it's still on. It's very strange. And I just don't know if my meter is acting weird. Because when I go to stab these wires, no, it's measuring 4.2 now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. So I am going to just end it and then come back. Thank you. Okay, I got this worked out. It just magically started working after I spent 10 minutes making a cable. So we have the unit, it's on. If I plug in this cable that goes to the meter, just back out a little bit here. If I plug in this cable that goes to the meter, like so, it's at 3 volts. And then if I turn the unit on, it'll bump up to 5 volts, hopefully. There it goes. So bumped up to 5 volts. Now if I plug this in, it runs the program and it's blinking. That's the blink program. So that is this board working with the Leonardo setting, and this is now good. So the power board does work. I know there was issues. I'm not sure what's going on, but I got a steady 5 volts out, and I'm putting 4.2 volts in. I don't know if that made a difference of what was going on, that I had it set to 5 volts, but I now have 4.2 volts going in, 2 amps. It's drawing 60 milliamps. So if I pull the meter off, the unit's 60 milliamps is what this unit is drawing. By itself, it doesn't draw anything. So it is working. I don't understand why it didn't want to work before, but it is working now. So that is this little Beetle board that runs off the Leonardo system. We got the Blink program. Yes, we got it working here, and we got it running a program. So in the next video, I will start laying out these pins and writing a test program to see what this can do. This was just a brief heads up of where we're going with this. So this is what we're going to have. We're going to have 2 of these units plug into a power bank like this, one running each side of the traffic lights, and completely customizable turn signals and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Here are the links to social media, links to my Patreon page,